starter.
We kind of have to, huh?
You got one too?
I think Claudia cooked.
Claudia was
Claudia's
the real hero the whole time,
yeah, she's in between like both sides, and she's playing both sides. Well, she's not really playing Adam, but she's
someone find my
against
tapes.
Adam, and then she's secretly going against Eve.
Yeah,
so
I swear
she's
Canon
the key.
says, like,
Someone find my tape.
I swear Canon's like, Claudia fixes everything in the... I don't know.
I just thought Claudia would never come back around.
This tastes like cotton candy, the sugar one.
Dude, it's good. Okay, this is like a crazy take, but I like diet version more. No. I tried the diet version last night. Last night I tried the diet version. This one's better. All right, you know what? I'm giving all of you guys a mission. Every single person that's watching this, because you all need to go show. You need to force your family and friends to watch this show. Okay, but you need to force them. Only think about people that you think would like the show, though. Like, because like we kind of talked about, not everybody's gonna like this show. Don't do it a disservice. Don't do it a disservice. If you show it to someone that isn't locked in, then they'll be like, this show sucks, and then they'll tell everybody else that it sucks. So you'll do more harm than good. I was just thinking, because I was gonna say, like, last intro for this show, it's a shame that not that many people will see it. Like Squid Game, I love that show. That show was really good. That show, what? Don't talk bad about Squid Game. You don't need to tear it down to build this up. I wasn't going to tear it down. I was going to say Squid Game got way more views than this show. And I think Squid Game deserved the views it got. I think Dark deserves the same respect, if not more.
I'm hoping that, because, the endings can either elevate the show or have the show plummet on your in your rankings. So I'm hoping that the ending is wonderful.
Thanks to everyone who joined us on the journey, though. Like, I've seen a lot of people that were like, "Oh, this is my first time watching too," and I bet that's been really fun. And I also did see that the creators of this show, I think, are developing a new show.
Dude,
good.
So shout out to the people that recommended this show and pushed it on the polls, because I would have never watched this show in my entire life. If it wasn't for the Patreon, wasn't for Studio Gag.
That's true.
There's no way I would have watched the show.
Especially in German.
I would have never heard of it. Yeah, I wouldn't have given it a chance. The Paradise. Whose Paradise?
I don't know.
Mine.
I guess we'll see.
My Paradise. Can't look.
Huh?
Look.
Back.
Oh.
Is there
Michael
a third
would
layer
be
to his
a
death?
larger
Someone else
player.
comes and talks to him?
Dude, I literally thought Michael would, was the creator of everything. Did you really? He's the definition of a pawn.
He is such a victim to everything.
I feel bad for him, but he is a pawn for sure. Because I think they're just showing it again because he's going to get saved at the end of the episode. Like, I bet at the end of the episode, he's saved.
No way.
Oh, so is that him being kind of reincarnated?
Ich bin hier, damit deine Reise endlich ein Ende findet.
This is crazy.
Dang, Claudia. Sorry, bud. This always happened.
Du hast immer noch keine Ahnung, wie diese
Oh, she's cooking him.
Aber jeder Schritt, den du tust, führt dazu, ihn zu erhalten.
The white devil cooked.
Ich habe ihn getötet. Ich habe Martha.
Sorry, you created it, bro.
Deine Welt und Evas Welt. Sie beide hätten nie existieren dürfen.
Dang, so there is 3.
Aber in Wahrheit liegt er außerhalb der beiden Welten.
Well, yeah, because Jonas never should have
Unser
existed.
Denken ist vom Dualismus geprägt. Schwarz, weiß. Deine Welt und Evas Welt. Aber das ist falsch. Ohne eine dritte Dimension ist nichts vollkommen.
Because of the dang 3 timelines kind of thing.
Yeah, the first time someone thought it is when it showed the 3 boxes, and Brig was like, 3? Oh, him making this machine?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, had this never happened, I swear this never happened. I messed everything up.
Why did we never even guess what he was cooking? What did we think he was doing?
Never thought it was a different world. Oh, they're
Does this world even exist?
They're variations of his world.
Like the origin?
Yeah.
Destroy the
Did
whole
he
world?
actually destroy his world, creating the 2 others?
Oh, maybe.
Es gibt einen Weg, diesen Knoten zu zerstören. Indem wir verhindern, dass in der Ursprungswelt das Reisen durch Raum und Zeit überhaupt erst erfunden wird.
That would erase their world. So.
I feel like it's so obvious. It's kind of crazy that like they created 2 entire worlds, but really only this tiny town in Wyndon really matters, you know? Like
that's what I'm saying.
It's like 2 different choices.
All of these people we've seen aren't supposed to exist. It's not just Jonas, it's everyone.
Yeah. Well, at least not exist in like the way they do. Is there anyone that is supposed to exist?
Jeder Schritt musste genauso getan werden wie zuvor.
I mean, it makes sense that no apocalypse happens if time travel is never invented.
Dass du versuchst, den Ursprung zu zerstören. Das ist nun etliche Male passiert. Du und ich. Geschieht zum ersten Mal.
Dang, that's crazy, dude.
Alles, was du getan hast, alles, was Eva getan hat dazu geführt, den Knoten aus beiden Welten auf ewig aufrechtzuerhalten. Sie müssen sterben. Sie alle müssen sterben.
Well, of course
Du trägst beide Welten in dir. Was? Er schenkt abwechselnd in der einen und in der anderen Welt allen ihr Leben.
Don't tell me they walk. Oh my gosh. I'd feel so creeped out. Weird.
Willst deinen Sohn zerstören?
Like, wouldn't the middle one remember being the young one? And then the old one remember being both?
Sie wird immer wieder alles dafür tun, dass ihr Sohn lebt. Alles, was Eva und du in diesem Knoten getan habt und immer wieder tun werden. Und doch habt ihr nichts außer Schmerz und Leid gebracht. Wenn du willst, dass Jonas lebt, dass sie alle jemals leben.
Oh, is Jonas went to
She
show
kills
up?
Jonas. Is that really enough to get her to switch over, dude?
Ihr beide habt auf eurer Reise unvorstellbare Dinge getan.
Why does it have to be her, bro?
How has Claudia, like, spied on all of this and learned all of this?
Ihr habt versucht, dem zu entkommen, was aus euch wacht.
You can just see that he's
This
Jonas
is
Prime.
like a day
Aber es
earlier.
ist unmöglich.
That's so weird.
Remember how eerie this was the first time?
Yeah, like, how'd she get her cut?
Wer bist du? Ihr hättet niemals existieren dürfen.
Woher weißt du das alles?
Ich habe 33 Jahre in beiden Welten nach Antworten gesucht, bis ich begriffen habe, dass wir nicht alle Teil des Knotens sind. Beide Welten sind ein Geschwür, das aus etwas anderem entstanden sein muss.
All die Jahre habe ich gedacht,
Hannah, Claudia,
dass sie meine Tochter ist.
Trant,
Ich habe mir lange Zeit gewünscht, dass du der Vater bist.
Mikkel, Ulrich.
Sie wird leben,
So Regina's not.
aber genau wie du und Eva musste ich den Knoten erst aufrechterhalten.
But like, dude, Claudia is just doing it to save
go
Regina. It's the same theme.
Oh, this is when he goes back and.
Du musst erleben, dass sie lebt.
Oh, but he had to get her to where she is right now. That's so interesting.
Damit mein Weg mich heute hier zu dir führen konnte. Alles, was ich getan habe, habe ich für Regina getan. Eine Möglichkeit, die Kette aus Ursache und Wirkung zu
How
zerbrechen.
did Claudia like break the loop?
She's gonna explain.
Sowohl in deiner als auch in Evas Welt habe ich versucht zu begreifen, wie alles
Oh,
zusammenhängt.
and then she puts up her
Time
hair and
infiltrate.
goes to the other
I
world.
can't believe she cooked that.
Dass sie nur in der Welt, aus der alles entstanden ist, leben kann. Der Ursprungswelt. Dass alle in diesem Knoten im Dunkeln bleiben.
That's so crazy. So in a way,
Alles,
Claudia
was
also
so
like
geschehen
made it.
ist, schon immer geschehen ist.
Yeah.
Oh, he's way different, Rig.
Yeah.
Eine unendliche Verkettung aus Ursache und Wirkung, die uns alle in beiden Welten immer wieder.
Ist hier gerade jemand vorbeigekommen?
I think he has both
So
of
ein
his,
alter Mann?
he has both of his eyes.
So Ulrich beats up the middle-aged one?
I guess.
Dude, it's about to happen again right now.
Oh, because Ulrich went to 53. No, this is one we already saw.
Yeah, he went to the
He went to 86.
Yeah.
Besser als das
Leave him
andere.
alone. Slightly different.
Welches Jahr?
Is he gonna see Mads down there and crash out?
Aber ich kann das ändern. Zukunft.
Dang it. At least beating up the middle-aged Helga makes more sense. But a kid there?
No, I know, but like, why is this Helge fine? He has no.
Because it never happened that way.
These are the alternate dimensions.
He's about to
ruin it right now.
This one on his ear, the other one on the
What's
eye.
with people and rocks?
I can't watch this.
I wonder what happens to Ulrich though in the second world. Like, what
Yeah,
hap-
me
what
too.
happens
That's
in this
yeah.
one?
I'm very curious.
Solange der Knoten existiert.
Why were they doing this chair thing again?
Keiner in diesem Knoten kann seinem Schicksal entkommen.
Finally.
Oh no! Oh, what?
This is what happens to Ulrich.
Oh my god! Dang, Ulrich.
Und musste dabei zusehen, wie alles immer wieder passiert.
Why is he just standing there?
Aber ich weiß endlich, wie man den Knoten lösen kann. Während der Apokalypse ist sie für den Bruchteil einer Sekunde stehen geblieben und hat damit alles aus dem Gleichgewicht gebracht.
Man kann etwas verändern.
Und damit den Kreislauf aufrechtzuerhalten. Und ich habe es genutzt, um mich ebenfalls in eine andere Richtung laufen zu lassen. Jonas auf einen anderen Weg zu schicken. Und damit den Kreislauf endgültig zu brechen.
Wait, but what if Adam doesn't? Because he's like seems a little... I mean, I guess all he cares about is that you can actually change something. That's like all he cares about. Where's the moment where time stands still, do you think?
Probably when that freaking thing appears. This is what happened in the basement, dude.
Interesting.
Adam's just down there.
Why would Jonas believe it when Adam just killed her? Is it gonna be like Dormammu have come to bargain? He's gonna have to do it a million times?
Sie ist tot!
Wow, I mean, he's actually doing it. This has never happened before.
Was soll das?
He's gonna take Martha's body with him.
Dude, this is crazy! This is insane!
This is crazy.
Jonas with freaking Adam? Dude, is Jonas Prime Adam?
Wie hast du das gemacht? Was für eine Zeit ist das?
Sondern welche Welt? Es gibt einen Weg, wie du nicht zu mir werden musst. Musst du mir vertrauen.
Why would he trust him after he just shot her? I know, he'd have to explain that. Been like, dude, I killed your Martha like freaking months ago, bro. Oh wait,
Dir bleibt nur wenig Zeit. Die andere Martha. Du musst sie
This is
retten.
crazy. He has no idea what the F this is.
Dass nur ich allein es ändern muss.
Working
Aber es ist
together.
ebenso ihre Schuld.
Dude.
Weil wir wissen, es ist ein Tropfen.
Jonas doesn't even know what the origin world is.
There's an ocean.
He could have explained.
Ein Ozean.
This is so trippy.
Ulrich, the chubster's gonna be behind him.
Heute ist der Tag der Apokalypse. Es existiert auch hier. Für einen Moment. Du musst Martha holen. Bevor Magnus und Franziska sie holen.
This is like a 1 in a million chance that they like pull this off or something.
Ihr seid unsere letzte Hoffnung.
Crazy, because yeah, like he's not bound to anything this time. He actually can.
Sie werden verhindern, dass all das hier jemals passiert.
How did she not die though?
Papa, sag ihm, dass es mir leid tut.
Crazy that these are two different
Oh, is that when
actresses.
she goes and talks to him and Egon in his office?
Bro, do you think if you lived with yourself, you'd be best friends, or you'd get on each other's nerves?
Yeah, would you get annoyed?
Dude, I don't know. It's a big question.
Like we go to kick it, would I get annoyed, or would we?
Yeah, like every slight decision you make makes you different.
Is this really,
Run, Jonas!
is this really the moment though that they're talking about? This little
It's not part of the
I,
loop,
like, I
Jack.
know it's not supposed to be.
Claudia
but, like,
said she's never done that before.
I know, but like, what if she has?
Just saying, what if it is part of the loop, but
What if
Claudia
this is all
doesn't think it
doesn't
is?
Yeah, what if they think they're changing things, but they're not? This is just what
Well,
happened.
how could this not be part? I mean, how could
I mean,
this,
yeah, this
be
is
part of
weird.
the loop? Like,
This is
you've
really
already
weird.
seen what Jonas does. I don't.
Jonas, get
I
the
know,
F
I
in
know.
there, buddy.
Oh, run! Holy crap!
He's
Is he
going
gonna
back in
grab her?
time.
He's gonna grab her like right as it's going.
Oh,
Cook, he's
Jonas.
gonna miss. He's gonna miss. No, he clutched.
Okay, that's
That was
crazy.
impeccable timing.
They've officially broken the loop,
Dude,
Jack.
I want to travel to this street right here. Just
Where
Oh,
are
I see,
they?
I see.
What timeline are they in? Like what world? Today's the day of the apocalypse in the other world. They're in the other world. Remember that he just saw Helge walking in the cave. I know.
Oh, all
Sure, you're not
all the
understanding
stuff
what
she
I'm saying.
experienced never happened to him. He has no idea what she's like thinking.
Is this the greatest love story of all time?
Seriously, their relationship is so. Chill.
Oh, right. I forgot that just happened. Yeah, it just happened.
It's because he never like.
they didn't have their moment yet.
Yeah.
Welche Zeit sind wir? Wann sind wir? Warum sind wir hier? Der Tag, an dem unsere beiden Welten erschaffen wurden.
Oh, dang, he does know.
Nicht hier, sondern in seiner Welt. Wir
haben nicht viel Zeit. Wir müssen verhindern, dass es jemals passiert.
They did break it though. They totally broke it.
Never happened.
Yeah. Or is he lighting the place
he's in
on
the
fire?
other verse.
Dude, do you think old Eve walks in? Old Eva? So maybe it did always happen, Jack. Jack, I'll be so mad. You have no idea.
I'll be mad too.
Because after the apocalypse, Adam's fate is sealed again.
He's just on a mission right now.
Yeah, where is he gonna go? He's gonna crank that lever.
He finally has true clarity.
How do they have control over this thing?
He's gonna die.
I do love that. I'll never get sick of it.
That's so cool.
So are they in the origin world, or are they just in...
Yeah, I think
they're not in the origin world yet.
Was soll das heißen?
Right?
Jack.
Es ist etwas kompliziert zu erklären.
Jack.
Man muss sie holen, bevor sie gestorben sind. Was hast du vor? Du und ich. Wir sind der Grund dafür, dass alles so passiert. Weil du nicht loslassen kannst, was du willst. Und ich nicht loslassen kann, was ich...
Okay, I was gonna say, don't just blame it on her, man.
We want each other.
Aber wir sind der Fehler.
Oh.
Der Fehler in der Matrix.
When he said that episode 1, I thought it was just like a pop culture reference. I didn't think it was gonna be the whole show.
Dude, what if she like kills him, stops him?
What if they like
suck?
go live in the
That's
origin
the thing,
world
they're
together?
such different places. Like, how can she realize like what is even going?
Dude, something crazy is gonna
What
happen.
if they just live in the origin world somehow?
No. Dude, I thought she was gonna like kill him. I was totally convinced.
I thought so.
The flashlight thing.
So poetically. Just
Yes, Adam.
Mother effing boy.
They are right now, dude.
That'd be so interesting.
I thought she was gonna.
Dude, they're gonna make out.
Eternal enemies.
Ich habe dich bereits erwartet.
Why'd you got that Glock, huh?
Don't tell me he like does it to both of them,
Aber
dude.
am Ende, du kannst nicht gewinnen. Dass ich sterbe, ist nur ein weiterer Schritt im Kreislauf. Martha wird mich finden, so wie ich einst mich gefunden habe.
What?
Worauf wartest du?
What if she's bluffing?
She's being really. No.
What if?
Hee. Because he broke the cycle or what? Oh.
That was a crazy way to do
I was
it.
talking about this.
Ist es nicht
Oh,
passiert?
because so it did actually happen how she said it bar for bar.
Hast du mich getötet? Jedes Mal.
So will I.
Ich werde sterben und alles, was aus uns gewachsen ist.
Dude, imagine her though. She would be freaking out. She's like, this has happened infinitely, and all of a sudden it's different.
She was so confident, bro.
And he gets to emote on her, dude. It was Claudia.
Ende deiner auf der Suche nach einem
Probably
Ausweg.
cooked for him.
It is cool that they both get to be like the hero of their own story,
Like
though.
they're both the hero and the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alles, was wir getan haben, wird am Ende vergessen sein.
You can tell that she still thinks that he's gonna kill her somehow.
An diesem niemals endenden Déjà-vu, die es beenden müssen.
Beginning and the end.
Yeah, are they in the origin world right now?
Wir sind der Fehler. Du und ich.
Dude, she probably is just trying to think of like, what could have even happened? What could he even have done to change anything?
Alles ist Ursache und Wirkung.
Imagine the tunnel's blocked off.
Jeder Schmerz verleitet uns zum Handeln. Sein Sohn, dessen Frau, seine Enkelin sind bei einem Autounfall gestorben. Er hat diesen Schmerz niemals vergessen. Jonas und Martha. Sie müssen ihm den Schmerz nehmen, alles rückgängig zu machen, dass unsere beiden Welten jemals erschaffen werden.
Dude, is it gonna create like that little connects
Like
the barriers?
the-
That's how like they're gonna crawl in.
Oh, that's the
like-
moment.
It's so
that's
contrast,
the-
yeah. It's so much more
Yeah.
saturated. How do we never notice that? Like,
Dude, the moment he creates the two
doesn't
worlds,
ever
there's gonna
show
be a
it.
split second or something.
What he made. So they're gonna go to his world.
Thanos hat versucht, meine Welt
And then go back
zurückzureißen,
in
da
time.
seine Familie noch lebt. Aber anstattdessen hat er seine Welt gespalten, den Knoten erschaffen. uns
crazy that
erschaffen.
Townhouse wasn't the freaking knot. It was just two random people.
Wird es eine Brücke geben
I hope so.
zwischen allen drei Welten. Wir müssen zu dem Moment zurückreisen, wo sein Schmerz seinen Anfang genommen hat. Der Jonas in deiner Welt war er anders.
Little does this guy know what he's about to cook right now.
Oh my god.
He has no clue.
It actually makes sense that it would happen like the exact moment he created it.
He created the Matrix.
Dude, this is crazy. Holy! What would you think if you created this and you're just watching this unfold? Go!
This is so cool.
Yeah, finally.
I love that they're together in the end.
Yeah.
Jeez. No, I don't think they were in the original world, Jack.
I think we just need to watch. Just figure it out.
He's a literal glitch in this stream.
Bro's deep diving.
Imagine not walking on anything.
Jonas! Jonas! Martha! Jonas!
Excuse me? That would be so horror movie?
Is this the little
Yeah, it's just
townhouse kid?
granddaughter.
A pocket dimension, bro. Holy frick. Oh.
What?
Aber da ist niemand. Da ist doch nur ein Schrank.
No way, is she gonna see a young...
Oh, with his little yellow coat.
Was willst du denn im Keller?
The beast.
He wants her.
What the heck? It's your sister, Michael. They like bump into each other.
Come on, give it to us. You can beat
Oh,
on
the third pathway.
I wonder if Claudia saw this or not.
So does that thing... Well, I know they're in the origin world now.
Like how they get back to a time where he did the experiment. Or unless he always did the experiment or something.
The origin world's like so cinematic.
Musst du jedes Mal wieder davon anfangen?
It really is.
Kannst du es nicht einmal
Like, why is the aspect ratio
It's
different?
Dario.
Es ist kein Wunder, dass Mama das nicht mehr ausgehalten hat. Deine ewigen Vorträge, Big Bang, Big Crunch.
It's just the night they get in that crash. Yeah.
Es regnet draußen. Ist das alles, was du dazu zu sagen hast?
Nein, komm.
Du hast mir doch gesagt, die Welt da draußen wäre voller Geheimnisse. Und dass das, was wir wissen, ein Tropfen in einem unendlichen Ozean ist, ja? Über mich weißt du absolut gar nichts. Ich dachte, ihr bleibt noch ein paar Tage.
Der kriegt sich schon wieder rein.
That would be crazy, actually. He does exist. Living past them.
So are they gonna save them from the river, or like,
They're just gonna stand in the road.
or are they gonna die?
What if them standing in the road causes them to crash?
Oh my.
Keine Ahnung, warum sowas überhaupt irgendwelche Zuschauer haben.
Watch, maybe it caused them to crash and it's a classic misdirect.
And that's how it starts because...
No, but they survive.
Oh.
But they still crash.
Bro, she's a W.
Das hast du dir ausgesucht.
She's chilling out.
Okay, no, she killed him.
No, no, no! No!
Oh! Oh! I'm wrong!
Oh, what? Dang, what?
They didn't see them though appear. Was that enough?
Wir können doch nicht einfach hier rumstehen, ich habe uns gerade was
And it's
überfahren.
just like, decks him, knocks him out.
Ist alles in Ordnung?
Dang.
I feel like, did they even save him or no?
Was?
Es gab einen Unfall.
Komm, geht mal nach Hause.
Kind of a nice...
Was wir wissen, ist ein Tropfen.
Oh,
Was wir nicht wissen, ein Ozean.
that's crazy.
Just quoting his dad.
He literally ruined the world for you.
I love how it's cinematic right now.
Ist alles okay?
Stay in your parts. Brings the baby out in the rain?
I mean, they're better on the street.
I can't stand when people stand in the rain.
Die Brücke ist gesperrt.
Los, komm.
They cooked.
Na weg.
I'm so glad I wasn't right, dude. I thought for a second.
They would cause the accident.
Yeah, they're having no social awareness right now.
Weißt du was, du hast recht.
Hopefully
Wir sollten
tomorrow.
umfahren.
Are they gonna cease to exist in the rain cinematically?
Dude, they just might. He's already down there constructing it.
He's too young.
What if some disaster happens to this guy instead?
Ich kann zurück.
Dein Sohn denkt, er hat ein paar Engel gesehen.
Mach dich nicht lustig.
He did, bro.
Is he gonna start to believe
Townhouse
his
has
dad?
no idea what he was just saved from.
Ich weiß auch nicht. Ich hätte nur plötzlich so ein
Deja vu.
Gefühl.
Yeah, that guy literally split
He's gonna
the
give
world.
up his dream and time travel will never be created.
Ich hab die Betten noch gar nicht abgezogen. Ich bring die Taschenlampe schon hoch.
Magst du? Charlotte hat dich auch schon vermisst.
Oh,
Dang.
What?
dang, that's crazy.
Did he ever mention that her name was Charlotte? To like,
Let's go.
But he doesn't split the world, so they're gonna live together for like 30 years until they cease to exist. He's old AF when he finally does it, when he splits the worlds apart.
You're right. Wait, but like if they had, dude, this is so confusing.
I don't want to see him disappear.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Ich hab dich gesehen. Es geht. Du hast zu mir geschaut, als ob du mich auch sehen würdest. Im Schrank. Das warst du. Es war kein Traum. Glaubst du, dass irgendetwas von uns bleibt? Das ist das, was wir dann sind. Ein Traum. Ich weiß es nicht.
Talk about existential crises, dude.
No.
Oh, darn it.
No, this sucks.
They saved it.
Where's the happy ending?
I never want to hear about Romeo and Juliet, only Jonas and Martha.
Wir passen perfekt zusammen.
Yeah!
This is so sad.
This is so sad.
Ich hab nie etwas anderes.
Dang.
Red roses too, I see them burn.
Does their world not cease to exist?
And clouds of white, the bright.
He'd be so confused, bro.
I can't tell if he's happy.
Dude, at least it seems painless.
Might be freaking out.
Okay, I think the world's starting to look at the chalkboard.
Yeah.
They broke it.
That's cool that it's like the family tree going away first, though.
She said Regina will live. Where's Regina in the origin?
Way to go, Claudia.
Oh, I know. Claudia never
Claudia the goat.
Claudia never came from a weird like timeline birth. Well, because she's in the other world. But in in the origin world, she'll always be Egon's daughter.
So all these people still exist in the normal world, besides Jonas and Martha.
Not everyone.
Yeah, all these people exist.
Everyone but Jonas and Martha, right?
But how does
Auf dich.
What the heck?
Let's just watch.
Waller!
What? Yeah, I was gonna say Jonas's whole like family line doesn't exist, and like.
Du hast uns nie erzählt, was da eigentlich genau passiert ist.
Oh.
Ja, das ist auch mal nie gesagt. Erzähl mal, Tom.
We're finding this out now.
Okay. Anna and him is so weird.
Ist alles okay? Ist das jetzt die Apokalypse?
Wait, so he never tells.
So wait, who is Katarina with?
So dumb.
Where's Ulrich?
Deja vu.
Hey, ist alles okay?
Ich weiß doch nicht, ich glaube, ich habe ein Déjà-vu.
I can't believe Waller did so.
No.
Das Licht hat geflackert. Es gab einen lauten Knall. Und dann war plötzlich alles dunkel. War die Welt zu Ende. Die Welt war zu Ende? Es war einfach dunkel und es ist nicht wieder hell geworden. Ich hatte so ein eigenartiges Gefühl.
You think it's like herself from the other world, like going away?
Yeah, or something like that.
Kein Wollen.
I was sitting at this Adam Prime.
Unending.
Kein Gestern.
Are we never gonna find out what happened to his effing eye?
Nichts.
My buddy's wife just started saying stuff like this. I'd be like,
I know.
she really was cooking, just barely.
Wenn die Welt heute untergeht.
We're never gonna find out what
Und
happened to his
der
eye.
Wunsch frei. Eine Welt ohne Wind.
Oh.
Don't wish for that.
Darauf stoßen wir an.
What about Charlotte? Because Charlotte exists.
No, because she's the product of like time travel.
The baby's name was Charlotte.
I know, that's just
Oh.
it. They just
Yeah.
have the same name.
Just a tie back.
Who is
They
this?
say Jonas.
Habt ihr schon einen Namen?
It's gonna be
Oh my god.
What if it's Ulrich?
Dude, it has
Jonas,
to be.
Ulrich.
Ich sag, ich finde Jonas.
Jonas.
Bro, what?
Prime is returning.
Except where's Martha?
Wow. Yes. All right.
Dang.
What the?
I can't believe they got us with the Waller and the eye, bro. That's
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah, we never get to
Everyone
effing
was
find
asking
out.
about that. And they
Yeah,
were,
Never
that's-
get to find
That's
out.
insane.
Oh, that's
what a crazy, what an interesting way to end it.
Yeah.
Like with a casual dinner. What a wild ending, man. I feel satisfied with that ending. It was man, like I just feel like it was so obvious, but of course it's only obvious with hindsight. Like the origin world and
It was like simple.
Chat, such
There's
a
actually
chat ending.
It was
Well,
actually unbelievably
such a
simple.
chat ending.
The little explanation. It's just such a.
Oh. I am
But it
really
all
happy
makes
for
sense, so.
the Townhouse family, man. Like for real. Like
Yeah.
I like their family, and it was
Like-
sad that they all die on the bridge. That's like
No, it's crazy how just that started
Everything.
everything.
I don't like the people that we ended with though. Like I don't really care about it.
like the table.
Like,
Yeah.
the only person I like is Waller, honestly, out of all those.
That
people.
should be like a bonus scene. Like the show should end with like everybody disappearing, and that should be like a bonus
Hey,
scene, I
like-
guess.
Hey,
but-
there's the promise that Jonas could exist again.
So it does.
Rise
Waller's
again.
DNA.
Yeah. As far as we know, he's
like he would look
cool.
completely different.
He's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's just crazy how it just created this new reality that's just everyone's bound by it. Like they can't do anything to change it.
Yeah,
and there were so many people that like were made up.
Yes.
Like, but the thing is, they weren't, because obviously it was reality, but it just was
real,
like it was like a
fabricated
branching timeline that like that got undone pretty much. And it's just the thing is though, I really like, it's like sad, but I really like that all the characters that we followed like aren't relevant because
anymore.
like they were a product of the plot, and like I feel like there was no way for the plot to like keep the characters like Jonas, Martha, like all the characters without it being like cheesy, you know? Like I don't feel like there's any way that you can get like these people that were purely a product of the knot of like the alternate realities and like make it not like stupid, you know?
They're not suffering anymore, so like it's a good
dude.
Well, I really like how Townhouse was like originally we just thought he was like a plot device, like all these people just used him and to make time machines.
Townhouse
and like,
created them.
But then like in reality, like he literally created two whole worlds like with his device. Yeah, like, and I also like how Jonas and Martha, by loving each other, like literally would kill versions of themselves and do all this psycho stuff.
Because of their child.
Just because, like, I don't know.
And because
they loved each other. It's weird.
Yeah. Dude, what was I going to say? Dang. I have so many thoughts.
Well, let's hear them. That's what this...
I was just about to say something, though, and it just left my brain.
This family tree is
just
so
operated.
It's gone, bro.
Just disappeared.
Reduced to atoms.
Greta.
Oh, I was going to say, it's so funny. I can't even imagine what the viewers that have seen the show were thinking when we'd roast the doctor, like the time guy would be like, talk about the ultimate definition of a pawn.
Of like a fraud.
Like he has no
free will.
Life. He just sits there and
he waits.
He's a pawn, and like he literally is the creator of their universe, of their literal world. He is the.
They do a good job though of it being subtle. Like he's not. It's like he's just somewhere in the family tree. Like
he invents time travel. You know,
yeah,
he creates the machine that lets him go back in time. But we could have never guessed that he was the one. He literally created a different.
Yeah, I also think they do a really good job of like giving you enough. Like it's impossible to guess about alternate worlds, I think. Because think about it. When we first saw that trifecta thing, we thought it was the 3 times, right? We thought it was like the 3 different time blocks. The triquetra. Yeah, we thought it was like the different times you could travel to. But in reality, it is like 3 worlds.
You could maybe
and like
the question isn't what.
But like how in the first season, I don't think there's any way in the first season because there was no hint of an alternate world. So like I don't think you could pick it up until maybe the reveal of another world.
Yeah, you could probably cook up
Claudia figured out that she could change her destiny in that split moment when the apocalypse happens, right? That's when you're able to actually
you're able to like make a decision.
But she said that Eve knew that as well, and she used it for her purposes.
To stop Adam from ending both worlds or whatever.
Because she wanted her son. All Eve cared about was her child.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so crazy, dude. What a good show. That was such a good show. It's like definitely one of my favorite shows I've ever watched.
What were all the killings of, the origin guy? He just went and was just on a tear killing all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Was all that just to stop Adam's plan?
I have to rewatch it.
I think
because
so.
Let's ask Jack.
I think a rewatch would be so awesome because now I can actually instead of questioning every little thing, I can just analyze.
Yeah,
it.
that would make sense.
You know what I mean? I actually know what people's motives are. I can analyze what everything's for.
I think he was just to create their time.
I think that makes sense because Martha cared about him. He knew who Martha was, so that makes sense.
This show, for me personally, is definitely very, very high up there. One of my very favorite series.
This is your
ever.
show. It has it written all over it.
I already love time travel stories, and then when it's this well done, it's just such a cool journey into an idea of time travel. Obviously there's a lot of different ways you can do it, and concepts are similar across different shows, but so whenever you take a concept of time travel and you create a story about it, I just feel like this is definitely at least tied or the very best version of time travel
sure.
I've ever watched. It's just every single
it's
piece
just so
of
well
the
thought
show
out.
is
It's
perfect.
so well
It makes
thought
sense that time travel created this mess, and that is most likely what would happen if it really existed in real life. It would just create a disaster. Because it's just not it's not meant to exist. Or it's not meant to be tapped
Well, and it's
into.
not on a big, huge scale either. It's a very, very closed scale, because of the knot that purely exists within.
Yeah, I wish it'd be cool. If
it didn't span out of Wyndham
yeah, it'd
once.
be kind of cool if they gave us some. Because I'm sure there's some crazy things that happened in the world,
with the
world
apocalypse.
events in terms of just this manufactured reality. I bet there's some crazy wars that happen or something. What if someone actually took over the world or something crazy but they did just keep it within Wyndham.
They kept
it's
it
almost
as
the world
small
didn't
as it
exist.
could
Wyndham
be.
was the only existence on it.
Yeah, not even really a mention of anything outside of Wyndham and the people there, which I think is
The only
even
outside mention
a
was
bigger
a news.
the detective.
Yeah, I think it's even
And
a bigger
the,
compliment to the
Chernobyl.
show.
Talked about Chernobyl.
I think it's even
yeah.
a bigger compliment to the show that dude, you take some random tiny town in Germany.
Well, it
with,
doesn't. It's not real.
Well, I'm just saying. It's a random tiny town in Germany.
Oh, sure.
With these random people that you don't care about. You don't really care about anything in this story to begin with, but just because of how well thought out and done and intricate it is, you end up so engrossed, in what's going on. Imagine you input things that you already do care about, your regular day life.
That'd be cool.
Just because I have no ties, I don't really care about anything in this scene, but they make you care because of how good it is.
Well,
Dude, I was thinking about our reaction to the first episode where I feel that element of being scared totally went away. That never was seen again. But we were kind of scared at first, dude. With
this show's crazy.
with Michael
the
in
caves
the woods.
making scary sounds, and then
I thought it was a horror movie.
It was kind of funny though.
There's a
looking
man
back.
with a big head.
Yeah,
walks around. It's
people
what?
in the forest.
Dude, that was weird. What was the big
the
head?
big hoods or whatever.
I think it was
Just the hoods.
yeah.
Okay, they said big heads. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it was a
Yeah,
little
but
kid, wasn't it?
it was
And there's there was this little kid in the old.
It's kind of funny way of putting it. What were you saying about the rewatch, Jack?
The rewatch, how much you care about things will just be crazy because you'll be this.
The rewatch value is very high.
This person, that person.
Well, and
this
it
one,
changes what you think because when you just know so much, so now you already know characters motivations and where it takes them, and
yeah.
before you're just figuring it out. Now you know it, so you just
The whole story connects.
Yeah,
so
the rewatch would
well.
go
It's not
crazy.
even figuring it out. It's just attempting to figure it out.
yeah, trying to
No
piece
avail.
things together, trying to
Especially
take
watching it with
anything
other
to
people, just to see what they
if
think.
someone genuinely watched this for the first time with no spoilers and could I'm sure there is, but they're just yeah, I think there's alternate reality. I think there's a third reality that's the origin that created these two.
It's kind of funny though. We talked about the multiverse. We floated the idea, but then and then they actually ended up kind of executing it, but in a really good way. I feel like that was not too crazy with
the only
there's
way for
infinite
the multiverse
realities
to,
and all that
for
stuff.
me, the only way for the multiverse to be
is if there's infinite versions.
no, for it to actually mean something is if it isn't supposed to exist, kind of like this.
Oh
in the other in Marvel, it's
that's just how it is.
it's just how it is, and it's supposed to be that way, and it makes everything pointless, in my opinion.
No, yeah, because there's always a solution.
But this one, it's
this is
there are
so
multiverses,
contained,
but it's not natural. It occurred from something supernatural, crazy, and that's why. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why the multiverse is different, whatever. But when it's just there's an infinite versions of myself. It's dang, that's
Pretty boring.
since there's an infinite amount of possibilities, it almost makes everything worth. Like there's no worth to doing anything because everything's already happened. Everything's been done. I exist in infinite ways. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it's just it just becomes like there's an answer. There's an easy answer for everything, and
it's almost
like nothing has like.
It's almost like when Gojo puts you in his domain expansion, and he says he's like the irony. He's like you can see and feel and know everything, but you can't do anything. Like that's what the multiverse is to me. Like the infinite.
No, yeah, I agree, and so that's why I think it's such a strength of Dark is that it keeps it so contained. So
well, even like the little triketa or whatever, it makes sense that they all connect.
Yeah.
But dude, no, this show is so freaking good. It does suck that I think like me and Jack were kind of talking about it at lunch. Like, it does suck that it's just not for like the casual.
This is just it's just one of those shows. Every single aspect of it is to like the highest degree. True. Like they don't waste a single second of your time with anything, pacing, dialogue, story, any of that stuff. Like not a single, like you watch this show, it doesn't like treat you bad for even a singular second. Like it purely just like every second that the show continues on is a second like worth your time as a viewer, and it's like, oh, that's I think the first step to a show being like as good as this show is.
This show is also a little too dark for the casual viewer. Like I feel like my mom, if she saw like that scene, dark. Oh, dark. No, but like I'm being for real. Like even thinking about how many people like killed themselves, or like Katarina's mom killed her daughter, and just like some absolutely insane stuff happens. Like, and I feel like it's just a little too.
I do have one singular gripe about the show.
Which is,
but it's a personal thing, so it's not like a universe. I don't think it's like a universal flaw in the show.
Okay,
but I think it might be the style of the type of show it is, but it is very dramatic. The scenes that they make, and like when they zoom in on people's faces and no one says anything, like it is.
That's my thing.
It is very, very like emphasized on being dramatic, and like all the constant just like noises and stuff. Like it's not that I don't like it, but it is very different. And
does it hinder you from liking it more? Kind of.
Sometimes I can't, like, it's not even bad enough where I remember specific scenes, but I do remember feeling like, okay, like that was was so dramatic. Like what? Why did they?
Dude, where the freaking son asked his dad like he asked him a question and he goes, "It's raining outside." It's like, bro, he just asked you a question.
He was a very awkward person.
No, I know, but like, okay, I know what Brig's saying. There's so many times where someone would literally ask someone a question, they walk away. Ask them a question,
or like
ask them, and then they respond with a different question.
They just stay on another person's face, like the camera, the shot. Where they just like it just stay on the person's face zoomed in for like 8 seconds, bro. Like it was
quality those.
Like there was just a couple times I'd be sitting there like when are they gonna like change the angle or something? That's my only thing that sometimes a couple times during the watch I was like, dang, bro, this show is like
I can totally see
this show
that.
is very dramatic.
It definitely doesn't like.
But you get used to it.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't like do that. It doesn't have that same effect on me, but I definitely see what you mean. Like it's even like sometimes with certain like character interactions or
I almost noticed it more too on the rewatch
conversations
with other people because I'm like I want them to like it so much, So I'm sitting there, I'm like, dang, bro, I don't remember this being so awkward. I don't remember this being so long, like this certain scene. But
what were we saying?
Sorry.
Just pretty much more of the same. Just like it's just they definitely build tension and suspense in that way. Which I see what you're saying, and I can totally see it. Yeah. I just think that I think it would start being a problem for me. I think I'd start feeling it if the show was longer than it is. I think that's the only reason why it doesn't have that effect on me at all, is because I tend to like when a show does that. Obviously there's a line, but I think that the show only being 28 episodes, it's like
it doesn't like start feeling like when a show does the same thing for too long, you know, it's like, okay, like you kind of start like picking up on it. Like near the end even, like we started talking about the entrances of characters, like opening the door at the exact time and all that stuff, like near the end, right? So like we were starting to get to that point where we're like, oh, these entrances are crazy. But I think that it ends just at the perfect time to where like it doesn't overstay.
Well, no, even a couple times we were like, okay, these like this interaction is a little bit
too long.
Like we'd be like this character wouldn't actually do this, like with some of the decision making, you know, like during conversations and like stuff. You guys don't remember this?
Like Ulrich, dude.
Like we'd literally be like, oh, like in a real conversation with real people, like. Not everybody would just walk out of the conversation all the time. It's like, no, like that doesn't, like, no.
Well, and I guess I would have to like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm necessarily like on par with that for me personally, but I see.
I mean, I swear we've all talked about it. Like some of the character interactions were like
how Magnus, like how Katarina took the time.
Yeah, we got
upstairs and they're just like, she took it.
Yeah, we've got.
She took it upstairs, and she ran away.
The time machine place, the time.
Well, I think we're.
Yeah, it's like there's been a couple aspects where like characters just do random stuff, and we're like, okay, like what?
I guess they don't have choice, bro.
Yeah, they're like, it's like, okay that we get frustrated about those, but we're supposed to get frustrated about those.
No, yeah,
dude, Jonas tried to change things up, but he literally couldn't.
I was about to say before this whole conversation, do I dare say this show is perfect? Not my favorite. Not like the best, or
definitely
like
very few
perfect like
flaws. Definitely one of the most. Like I can't really tell you like the only thing.
It ties.
The only thing I can even think of that like is a little loose is like the moment, you know, when time opens up, seems to be like a little like thin. I guess like it's not super. I don't feel like it's super rooted in like. Like it just seemed to kind of come
you mean like when they're
nowhere.
in that tunnel? In those tunnels?
Is that what you're talking about?
Those like space tunnels?
Space tunnel thing?
I don't even know what I'm talking about. I need to rewatch the show. But like I just mean like where there's like a split second where you can change things. Like like
where time stopped?
Yeah, like that's the only thing that I feel like that's a rule of time travel that Dark made. You know, like obviously like a lot of this stuff is like just it's more so just follows like a traditional structure of like time, you know, like oh you can't change it like this all this stuff, you know, so like it's not like necessarily unique. I feel like that is something that's probably that's something that Dark made up that's unique.
No, a real time law is there's no time bends or stops in a black hole, so if that's kind of like a black hole moment then it makes sense.
Well,
yeah, and I'm just saying like dark and obviously I feel like when you make a time travel story, like unless the show ended with the loop just keep this continuing, like you have to create some version, like some component of time travel has to be unique to your story, or else like I don't think there will ever be a resolution other than just continuing the cycle. But that was something that I do feel like you could critique, although I don't like. I don't have no problem. I have no problem.
How Claudia all of a sudden was like, oh, you know when the apocalypse happened, like it's happened infinite times and you've never realized that time actually stops in that moment, and it's kind of just like, well this is really valuable information.
Part of that I think was that she was realizing, she knew Martha was using that moment to do things, but she didn't realize in that moment that there was a third world until she like put it together, and she was like, wait, if there's a third world, then that's what would have caused our two worlds. And so she's like, okay, using that thing that we already know about, we can go to the origin world.
Yeah, so I guess in a weird way, it's just like it was meant for this to happen, because like it was always eventually going to happen. Like their loops were going to intersect, and then this would happen. So I think that's like the only unique component that they created. But I'm all for it. Like it's not like anything wrong with it. I was just like, oh, and I also. Because there were some comments before that people said they weren't... Like, I feel like Season 3 was the one that people were really hot and cold on, just personally. Like, because obviously I don't think the season did anything, like Jackson said. I don't think the season... It didn't do anything wrong. Like, the season was still, like, I feel like as high of a standard as the whole rest of the show. But I can see, like, where some people would, like...
start feeling different, but I would just totally disagree with them. I'd be like, yeah, no, I love it. I'm all about it. Like I thought that like I thought the whole entire thing from beginning to end was like freaking unreal. You know,
I think I like season 2 better than season 3.
Just because of what happens. The
Just season 2, the whole season cooks on all cylinders, I feel like. Whereas in season 3, it's more so like half of season 3 at the beginning is
it's like
slower,
setup,
and then
it's
cooks in the end.
Like the other
season
world.
2, like that's when we were fiending, bro. We were like, holy.
Yeah, and
I think it's because you like
a lot of world switching, time switching. We're in like 8 different timelines instead of just 3.
It's because season 2.
I mean? It was a lot simpler when it was like
season
2019, 86,
season 2
50, whatever.
Got to just build on season 1, which was just like one world, right? So like you take like a whole season of build up on one reality, and season 2 just got to completely build on that. You know? Like
season 3, bro, it's like
had to build on itself.
Sometimes like I needed a notepad to just write down when they switch. I'm like, bro, frick, like what world are we in, and what time is this, and who like. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I like how they do some show don't tell stuff. Like with,
no, I do too.
Like
but
Martha's is flipped and a little darker than the normal one, and then like the origin is super saturated, and
they do
different aspect ratio. It's like
it's
the ticking or like the wormhole.
Yeah, I mean it would be a disaster without that. Like it would,
Dude,
it would it was already hard enough with the clues. Like obviously,
if it was all the same,
you'd see the war, but then I'd be in like 30 minutes of dialogue and like thinking really hard, and then I like forget. Like they switch to a different house, and I'm like, oh frick.
The thing is,
like what world are we in again? Like I forget.
Even they could have flipped the second world in the first world and done the second world in season 1 and 2, and then the first world in the beginning of season 3, and it would have been the same thing. We would have had to figure out the differences in the new world.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool.
Based off of the previous world. Like
that'd be kind of cool to not.
It would have been the same thing either way.
So what if you watch? Well, no, you can't do that. I was gonna say, what if you watch season 2 first? But that makes sense.
No.
Yeah, maybe if they just put on like the top right corner, like Earth, like Wind and Prime, Wind and 1, Wind and 2.
I know we needed a big whiteboard over here,
or just like. In the bottom right corner, it'd be like 1986, just constantly. So you just like, if you ever doubted, you could just check right then. Because sometimes,
I wonder if that allow you to almost cook too hard. Maybe they can.
Yeah, maybe
you cook too much.
I also think it's just such a good thing. It's such like a good, like, dude, this show literally had like negative action. Like literally like
nothing happened.
Nothing. Like this show was pure plot, and like it was just pure peak from beginning to end. Like
it's true, just no fights.
No,
there'd be like some murders, but like that's
there would be some murders, but bro, the show just built so well on just dialogue and plot from the very beginning of, and also just vibes. Like it just created this vibe where we were terrified at first. We were like, oh my gosh. And then like intrigue and mystery, and like it just
Lester Ulrich
cooked from beginning to end.
Best character in the show, Noah.
Oh yeah, like who is everyone's
Number
favorite
1
character?
Dude, Noah did cook in the end.
Give me Noah.
Give me death.
Give me probably Jonas, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be basic.
If you count Jonas,
I'm gonna say
Adam,
Jonas.
then Jonas is by far the best.
Yes,
character.
I think you have to pick like
you have to
Jonas
separate
Prime,
Adam.
bearded Jonas, Adam, or all 3
Adam
different
did
characters.
cook in the end.
Because obviously, like Jonas would be number 1 if you. Because Adam had that same aura that Noah had. I just like Noah was just crazy because he had such sinister aura, and you thought he was the bad guy, and then you learn like he was a tragic character.
Bro.
Like he was
just a freaking dad.
Just a pawn.
Just trying to find his girl, bro.
That's so rough.
Dude, give me Jonas, give me Claudia, and then give me Adam.
I never thought Claudia would come back.
It's my top
around.
3.
Yeah, dude, I've been a Jonas homer since forever, I guess. Like Jonas was just always I don't know, dude. Especially early on in the show, like I felt like whenever Jonas was on the screen is when like something crazy like really could happen. But like, dude, give me Jonas. I guess I'll go Jonas, Noah, and who, dude? Jonas, Noah, and I don't even know who my third one is.
I like Claudia a lot, but she wasn't like one of my favorites.
I have my Jesse.
Trump.
Who?
Noah, Adam, and Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
I always liked Elizabeth was such.
Rebecca?
Rebecca. Rebecca's great, man. But I don't think I'd have Jonas in my top 3. I'd have Adam.
Some people have some crazy endings. Like, we don't really get like a decent ending for like Elizabeth. You know,
Well,
it's kind of left like a little.
She never existed.
Yeah, she just.
No, I know, but I'm saying like her last scene was stealing.
Yeah, just
True.
Charlotte, and it's just kind of interesting. Like I remember Jack was like, "Where's Agnes?"
It was like all of that was just to build on Noah's character.
Yeah,
right.
Agnes just kind of.
Yeah, Agnes got shafted for sure.
So some characters definitely get the shaft, but I mean it's fine.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about
we
that.
can
Her ending was pretty bad.
Well, yeah, we never saw, because Adam used Magnus and Francisca to get Martha, and then he sent Charlotte and Elizabeth to steal the baby. But what did Agnes ever do? Like, what was her role?
I don't know.
What
Well,
if she
even
just
like
got to
Magnus,
live happy
Magnus and
with
Francisco, their last
Egon's
scene
wife?
is like taking Martha back to Adam, and it's kind of like
Yeah,
that's like the last we ever see.
Wait,
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
remind me why Ulrich doesn't exist.
because he is the product of Bartosz going back in time.
Time for the ratings.
But what about McKay?
And
what
I
about
guess-
McKay's favorite characters in Jack?
Jonas, Noah, Claudia, I guess.
Huh?
Noah, Claudia.
What'd you say?
Jonas, Noah, Claudia. Noah really shot up there in the end.
Dude, I'm so glad.
Just
he
his
had a good-
motivation was like,
He would have been my go anyways, but like it would have been the ones where it's like, dang, he's super evil.
Kind of.
But
Well,
dang, he's
it would
just
even
cool.
kind of be Bill Russell because he dies off, and you're kind of like, no way.
True.
That's
he's
like the
basically
end
just
of it.
cool.
True.
That he's a cool
And then
factor.
he really comes around.
Dude, Bartosz was creeping into the top 3 at the end. But I really liked little Mikkel. I thought he was really fun. But like we didn't get a lot of him, but I still thought he was like really interesting. I guess can you say Mikkel in general, or is it just little Mikkel?
No, yeah, you can say Miko because
I
like
like
he was
Miko.
really
He was
interesting
Michael
as
as well.
He was really interesting.
He
like
was
the
a
way
huge
he
part of
thought.
season 1 and 2.
Noah, and then probably Adam.
Adam's
Adam's
awesome.
Only cooked in the end in a good way.
His
I mean, he cooked the whole
resolution
show.
was
Yeah.
crazy at the end.
But he was
awesome.
he was evil.
But his
as far as we know.
his character development for good and for bad is crazy. How he goes from being like the Jonas we know to becoming Adam is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching, dude, that was like the
I
creepiest
didn't
when
like
Bearded
him.
Jonas
like
is
him.
Adam. Holy
I did
frick.
not
We
like
should look
him.
that up. Like they totally. I guess that's another gripe. They totally just off screen like the transition of.
I think he just
Jonas.
kept trying to fix the lightning and it just kept hitting him. That's like my
Yeah.
only guess.
I think they showed that bit of him getting struck, and I
Yeah.
think you just have to infer that like
He
it's
said it
just-
was a
kept-
product
He
of
just
time
keeps
travel.
over and over and over. Yeah, because they keep saying like traveling has its tolls on you. It's like he wasn't traveling. He never left that time period. He was just trying to invent the time travel machine. So like
What a sacrifice.
it was a little like
Maybe
unclear and
after,
off-putting, and I would have liked for them to show him like kind of going mad, like doing it over and over. It probably drove him nuts. Probably half the reason he went so dark, bro. But they just kind of
Sucks that the reason he becomes Adam is like when he walks in as Bearded Jonas to the first apocalypse and like reads that letter from Martha.
And they don't even
And then-
they don't let him forget it.
And
it's
then
fabricated.
and it's from the other world.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
he's
he
being used.
goes back with them to like the 1900s or 1800s or whatever.
That's so weird. Yeah, he's
Like that's
being-
like so wild.
He's
And
a
then he gets
pawn.
stuck
I'll
there.
look it up.
he's a pawn in Eve's plan. But
Yeah,
then
he's just
Eve's
got
a pawn
nothing
in
else
his
really.
plan.
I mean, dude, think about it. You got time at your disposal. Like
Honestly,
everything,
Eve was cooking
everything
with lots of
becomes
things.
like so desperate.
Eve was cooking. But
She
so
knew
was
about the little like paradox thing or the little time where you can change things.
No one
she
had
cooked
Martha in
with
their
him,
top
making
three?
him into Adam.
No.
She just
Martha-
knew how to
Martha
she
was
knew how to
cool,
manipulate him.
No, I like Martha's character. It's so interesting. For the first like 2 whole seasons, you don't think that like you know she's important to Jonas, but you don't know how important she is to the plot. You have no idea.
Yeah, the last season definitely.
Like yeah, you kind of feel bad for her. Like when when Jonas was like when he rizzed her and due to time travel, and then Briggs like, oh, like he's not gonna be interesting to her anymore, blah blah blah. Like you kind of feel like she's getting used, and then you find out that like Jonas was getting used too, bro. Mm-hmm. The same ratings.
We were told he was being used from the get. I'll
Start, Jack.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't think it's hot to say this is like a 9.8 or 9.9.
Well, Jack, I'll do you one better. I'll just say it's an effing 10.
I mean, there's the tiniest
I just like, bro. It's just like,
it's
literally
it's
like you.
There's no way this is a 10.
Why not?
Well, then you like it better than Arcane.
Well, I guess that's not true.
Oh,
I'm giving it better.
Do you now?
I do think it is better actually. Especially after season 2. Like if I was saying season 1, blow for blow, but like, in fact, I would say season 1 of Arcane over this, but after season 2, bro, definitely I'd say Dark, 100%.
Dang.
Like, bro, I'm dead serious. Like, I feel like this show so dang good, dude. Like it's definitely one of those shows. I think you'll probably rate it higher than you'll like, but you still I still love the show to death. Like
that's a good point.
Like even though
rate it higher than you like.
Even though I rate it higher than
because
Arcane, it's like I still, especially season 1, still like Arcane more. But
yeah, I'd rewatch Arcane season 1 a million times over rewatching this whole show, over and over and over.
Say that again.
I would rewatch Arcane season 1 over and over and over versus watching this whole thing over and over and over.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a huge gap either. Like I'd say like this is literally like a 9.9 freaking. It's like a 9.9 to 10 or something, and it's like Arcane's like as a series as a whole, it's like a 9.5. But like I'd still definitely be like, I like Arcane's definitely close, but.
I mean, it's true. Like, I would probably like some high 8 shows over some mid 9 shows, but that's just due to personal preference.
Like, this is one of those shows, though, where it's not like Chernobyl. Like, I like Chernobyl a lot, but it's never going to be in, like, my top shows.
That's the show I was thinking of. I was like, I'd give Chernobyl, like, a 9.7 or whatever.
Chernoby's it's unbelievable.
But, like, it's not in my top 5
This
shows.
is one of those shows, though, where, dude, you just, like... And I think it's because it's, like, so fantastical, like, time travel, you know? Like, it has that element to it. Yeah. Shows don't have to do that at all to be, like Breaking Bad has nothing unrealistic in it, but... And people still love it as much as, like, more than anything, but I... just think that this is one of those ones where it's like that, you know.
Would you take this or Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 6?
Dude, probably, dude. See, for me, it's seasons 1 through 4. 5 and 6 are good. Like, if it's seasons 1 through 4, I think I have to give the edge to Game of Thrones. But, like, I think that as a series, though, which is what Game of Thrones is, it's like, bro, not even close. Like, Dark. But, like, Game of Thrones, yeah. Like, but if you... Because, like, bro, the end of Game of Thrones is so bad. But, like, the peak seasons, and, like, let's be honest, like, the actual canonical seasons, like, the real seasons of Game of Thrones, like, yeah, but, like, that's the thing, though, bro. It's, like, I feel like saying, like, Dark is, like, up there with, like, peak Game of Thrones and peak, like, Arcane season 1. It's, like,
compliment.
Bro,
I think it's
stuff.
missing, at least for me, it's just missing the, like, the characters, bro.
I agree. I was just about to say, like...
The writing, everything is perfect, but, like, when I think of Game of Thrones or, you know, other shows, like, there are characters that I just love. Like, and there's a lot of them in these shows. This show, like, I don't, like, and I've said this a ton of times already in this watch through, but there's no character in this show that's ever gonna, it's not even like my top 10,
no, not for me either.
And I think that is, like, that does play a part in terms of, like, rankings, but I don't know, objectively I'd give it a 9.8.
What about non-objectively?
I mean, you know, I freaking love this show. Yeah. So, no, this show is awesome for me. I don't know if I'd put it like I wouldn't put it over. Dude, I don't know actually.
You can let it simmer. I'm gonna let it simmer for my end of year rankings.
But this one's a lot like AOT for me for anime. Like objectively, I have AOT probably number 1, but it's not my favorite anime. Like it's just not like like it hit the side of me in terms of like anything I could ever want in anime in terms of like just everything they did, but it didn't hit the other side of me where it's just like it's my favorite show.
No, I get that, and you know that's
and it's
and
that's just a personal thing.
No, yeah, and I think it's consistent. It's like because I'm the opposite, you know, like I love when a show has like really really strong characters, but I'm just like I love a perfect plot more than anything. So like that's like the best character to me personally.
I think you can have both.
So like
you can. Yeah, I'm a weird mix because AOT is my favorite show. I think it's the best show. So it's like I think that
and AOT has a phenomenal characters.
I think the characters are up there for me personally, right?
I think the ending was better than AOT's.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, yeah,
I'd probably agree
because this is definitely more of a.
Dang,
it's less fantastical and stuff.
I love Dark, and I was gonna say the same thing as Brig, even though I do think in season 3 they do make you care more about the characters than in seasons 1 and 2. Like season 3, you definitely come to appreciate and like and root for more characters than you do earlier on. So I think they did a good job in season 3. I don't want to say I like this like less than you and Jack and Brig, but like objectively I'd probably give it like a 9.7.
I think it's a little bit on your business.
No, I am. I'm not just gonna go up just because you guys were, you know. And I love this show. I've always been super down to watch it and stuff. Like 9.7 is still super high. I just kind of like Brig. Like characters and plot are equal for me. I don't have one over the other. So like even though this has a perfect plot, a little bit weaker with the characters than some shows. So it's like I don't know. Like I'd give it a 9.7. But like I think I'm worried for our for our end of year rankings. I think.
No, dude, there are a lot of contenders, and I'm like. It sucks, bro. I'm so due for a rewatch of a lot of shows that I do have. I want to rewatch Vinland, for example. I can't really grasp where I put it on my list just because it's been a while.
Like when you're struggling with this over like seasons 1 through 4 of Game of Thrones, like it's not close for me. Like Game of Thrones is significantly higher. Yeah. Like Game of Thrones is significantly higher than Dark. Problems and not.
Like seasons 1 through 4, I don't even think it's a debate. Like,
yeah, no.
If I had to choose, I'm taking Game of Thrones. But like I can see why someone would take Dark over Game of Thrones. Like if someone said that to me, I'm not gonna like, holy cow, that's such a hot take. I'd be like, oh, like that's
well, and I think
valid.
It's just like when you compare the two. Yeah, when you compare the two, I think that like they both have. It's weird, like when there are two things like that are so high up in like that rarefied air. I guess it's like there are just certain things that Game of Thrones does better than Dark, and certain things that like Dark does better than Game of Thrones. It's just like, and it just depends on what side you fall on. Honestly, like
yeah,
it's
like
just
okay. But even if I had to compare Dark the whole show and Game of Thrones the whole show, I'm taking Game of Thrones.
And that's like I think that's not a hot take. I don't think.
Yeah, no, like problems and all. It's just like I just love
especially
the world,
because Game of Thrones,
like,
dude. Game of Thrones has like it has like the emotional side to it.
That's another thing is like I expected in this show at the pinnacle of the show to get more a little bit like emotionally invested. Like I've had beats in animes I don't really even care about that or care about to this degree, like Dan or something like Haikyuu that have brought more emotion out of me than in Dark, which for me that is more important than maybe you. Like the emotional beats, like I look forward to those. That's why I watch shows, is I want to feel something. And so like in Dark, it's like I can really appreciate it, and it was like such a fun watch, but like I want the stir of emotion, and I didn't get it.
That's the only problem is like this has good characters that are all flawed in like understandable ways because of the situations they're in, but you don't have like that emotional connection to them. Yeah. Like you're rooting for like Jonas to like get what he wants, but then like getting what he wants is also his flaw that causes all this crap to happen.
Yeah, and it's funny because
the emotional tie is like not quite there.
No, yeah, and it's funny because like it's not. I don't think it's like. It's not like an objective flaw, but it's definitely something that, like other shows have, and I think you can compare it with other shows. Like other shows have like Cannon said, like Haikyuu for example brings out more emotion. You feel maybe like more emotionally invested, but like at the end of the day, like it has that, but it doesn't have other things or whatever. It's like I think that like you
it's just
make
how much
a show
you weigh
like this,
things.
yeah. It's just like, and I think also, and this is not like I think a lot of times like emotions can really cause what do you call, like rose tinted glasses a bit. Like it kind of blurs things a bit because like emotions are stronger than logic, you know, and that's true all the time. And that's why like people do stuff that they like sometimes are happy they did and sometimes they're not, because like you act on emotion. It's either going to be great or bad, you know, because like you're not thinking through it, you're more feeling. And so I just think that sometimes like a show like Dark doesn't really have those emotions, and it's just purely built on like a logic plot of time travel, you know. And it's like I think it does it like, and we all think it does it like perfectly, pretty
like
much.
Maybe the emotional things don't hit as hard just because you can't really resonate with a lot of the stuff that happens.
No, it's like so beyond.
They all have like absurdly tragic.
That's what I was gonna say.
They have absurdly tragic like things, and I don't know.
Like maybe somebody that experienced exactly what Jonas experienced with him and his dad, like bless them. I don't want to. Well, I feel so bad for that. But maybe that really hits for him, and they like see Jonas be like such a sad guy. Like, bro, imagine walking upstairs and seeing your dad like that, and then maybe like when he has that moment with his dad in season 2, like maybe that is like ultra emotional for that person.
Okay, but like usually I feel stuff for other shows where unrealistic stuff happens
you
all
don't
the time.
Have to have, you don't have to have that, but I think that inherently what Brig is saying is these characters are all flawed and they all have like such tragic things happen to them, and we can't relate. And I just think that like maybe when you can relate, like it brings out that emotion in you and you like it even more.
Maybe, but how do I relate to things that don't happen all the time in other shows then?
No, and I'm not saying that's 100% like yes and no. I'm saying like that can be something that I think
like part of it is because the time travel exists, like people like Jonas, who you know will like end up becoming Adam. It's like hard to like feel for him because you know he'll end up being that person.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was, bro. Maybe because I always just
like, you always know they're gonna end up being that person.
Predetermined, so it's almost like.
So no matter what you feel for them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then again, it causes interesting discussion.
It's gonna be a war zone end of the year list, bro. Like I would still definitely take Breaking Bad over this. Breaking Bad is still my number one GOAT live action show. Probably my GOAT any show. Yeah.
And I'm due for a rewatch.
I am too. And Breaking Bad, I think Breaking Bad is perfect, and I think it has like for me there are characters that I love in Breaking Bad, absolutely love. And this show, there aren't characters like I really like Noah. And I'm glad that I can have that because it was like one of those.
It would have been hot.
I love his character, but like Noah was just pure. He looked like pure evil the first few seasons, just a straight up like freaking.
Dude, it literally had us wondering if he was like the Antichrist.
Yeah, he was crazy, but like. The way it wrapped around was awesome, and like Noah, I really like. If I rewatch, I'll like know even more, knowing his story. But I mean, yeah, dude, I might put this over Game of Thrones all time. I might even do it.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
I forgot this is the year you guys watched Game of Thrones.
I might even do it just to be different.
So when I
ask, like, what's your favorite show? Like, they think that.
I mean, just because you were satisfied, I can understand.
When you say Game of Thrones, everyone's like, whatever.
Well, you'll say
I say Dark,
Breaking Bad.
I
can't wait for those lists though, because that like so.
No,
like it so doesn't make sense in my brain, but it makes sense in yours.
See, and I feel so much like I need to rewatch Breaking Bad. Because I did not love Breaking Bad. I saw it for its objectiveness, but like I need to rewatch it because I would put Dark over Breaking Bad without even thinking twice about it. Not saying anything bad about Breaking Bad. I'm just saying like this show is that good, and it had me more like logically
invested. I can't even say emotionally invested, but like this show had me more like gripped and more like logically invested than Breaking Bad did. Because Breaking Bad's like
I think I've
so freaking good. It's just like a perfect it's like a perfect story, cautionary tale, you know, of like our real world. And I think this just like it's more mind bending, you know, and like that's what
what's
gets
so awesome
me.
about Breaking Bad though. It's like one of very few shows. I don't know. It's so realistic.
It's it's like a fictional version of like Chernobyl. It's like done as well, but it's like fictional.
But it,
I used my brain more in this show than in any other show.
100%.
Like I don't even think it's close.
No, yeah.
Let's get your guys' ratings. I already said 9-7.
No, McKay and Brig.
I said 9-8.
I'll side with Cannon on the 9-7. I definitely have like 3 or 4 shows I'd put ahead of this, but this is
Where are they?
like Arcane, Naruto, AOT.
Oh, okay. We're
Game
mingling.
of Thrones.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to mingle because that makes it
mingle
more
everything?
interesting. Yeah, we're gonna have to mingle.
How do you mingle
Like
live action and anime?
like anime and live action. That's what we did last year.
You could have
Last
3
of Us in
lists.
there.
You could have anime.
Yeah,
live
this
action,
is-
Okay,
anime.
I think
We
we
watched
should
a lot of
do.
shows
I think we
this
should do a live action.
I want to do intermittent.
No, I think we should do live action, anime, and then a
Yeah,
top
mix.
10 mingled. Just top 10 like
I think that'd be good.
like
yeah.
top 10 just
if we had
like
to do
anything.
everything,
It's your top 10.
Dude, there's not that many.
Dude, we've watched some
Yeah,
banger
like, if
live
we have to
actions
do
like
every
recently.
single
I know.
That's the thing. Like Chernobyl, Dark, Game of Thrones,
Squid Game.
like Squid Game is really
House
good.
of the
but
Dragon.
It's not like up there.
Oh, you
House
know
of
what
the
you're
Dragon. I guess the boys. Game of Thrones literally made me sick, dude. Made me absolutely
Game
sick.
of Thrones was despicable.
Yeah, having
like
not
they should go to jail for that.
Made me sick.
having not seen the ending, I was like still just blown away.
They
After
should go to
having
jail
known.
for what
It made
they
me
did to Game
literally
of Thrones.
sick, bro.
Dude, it's been
See, like, and there was like one guy on our Discord, and he was saying like Arcane season 2 was worse than Game of Thrones season 8. I was like, no. Let's like that's
Let's reel
like
it
Game
back
of Thrones season 8 made me like literally vomit, bro. Like let's not.
No, it's definitely
get ahead
it's a
of
meme
ourselves.
coin for sure. It pumped for a while and absolutely dumped.
Yeah. Anyways, what an outro! Great, unbelievable show. I can't wait to personally rewatch
Absolute cinema.
very, very, very soon.
No,
Absolute
definition of
cinema.
peak. Definition of peak.
Just from the opening second to the closing second, not a single second I didn't love.
No,
Literally.
same.
No,
like,
it is
Captain
true.
America.
Like, there's not even a standout bad episode in this show. Which
No,
is,
Like
which
we're
is props.
comparing this, like we're comparing Jordan, LeBron, and like Kareem, and like we're comparing.
Brig wants to say Kobe.
I was gonna say
Kobe.
Steph Curry. But we're
No, dude, for
comparing-
real.
Like
Like,
it's like saying if Kareem isn't as good as Jordan, it's like bro, he's still.
I gotta
Like,
appreciate
there's
Dark.
No,
I gotta appreciate it while we have it, because it is like we're gonna watch some other shows that are not gonna be nearly as good.
it's true.
And dude, if you can confidently say,
This was 2019.
yeah,
We haven't had a good show come out in the last 3 years. Prove me wrong.
House of the Dragon.
House of Dragon's good, dude. We're watching season 1.
Peak.
Season 1 is good.
It's good. It's not peak.
It's high 8. It's like I would
That ain't
give.
peak.
High 8.
Season 1's definitely in the 9s. It's not high 8.
It's like
Come on.
I was gonna say like 8, 9,
I
but
give it a
it's,
low 9.
dude. Season 1 is like
Season
freaking
1, yeah,
good.
it's like low to mid 9 for sure.
I'm saying just overall though.
Remember when we first watched Game of Thrones season 1 and House of the Dragon season 1? We were like, oh, which season 1 do we take?
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Dude, House
Game
of the Dragon season 1. Bri-
House of the Dragon's better after you see Game of Thrones. Though.
And it is like
Dude,
the
I gave it a
rewatch.
9 too, but I'm saying it ain't
Yeah.
Kareem.
It's
No,
not
like,
peak.
well, and it's like,
It's
bro,
not-
It's
But like
Dude,
to
it's
say
like-
there's not even been a good show.
Dude, it's like Kevin Durant. It's so great.
He's a good player.
arguable top 10.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like House of the Dragon season 1's like the Kevin Durant kind of guy.
Super
James
Sonics,
Harden.
right?
One,
It ain't
two
you,
fake
You're not put him in the
championships.
same discussion as freaking Steph Curry. Even Steph Curry.
I agree with that. 100%. 'Cause especially now, season 3 and season 4 of House of Dragon could go ballistic. Could go nuclear.
Oh,
I'm
I think.
saying, like,
I bet
I
you
just-
season 3
why,
will.
Why can't someone cook up in 2024 like a 9-9?
No,
show?
like something like this.
Why?
Purely original, purely just.
Why are we recycling everything, bro?